hello everyone, I'm Andy Hodges for your Sebastian Daily News and Weather on Monday, June 21st, 2021. We got a lot to talk about. We got some news. We've got a new tropical disturbance in the ocean right now that we're looking at. But let's talk about the weather. 85 degrees right now in Sebastian, Florida. The high is going to be 92 degrees, which means drink water. It is going to be a hot one. If you thought yesterday was hot, today's going to be very, very hot. Tonight's low will be around 74 degrees, and we do have rain coming. Rain today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The National Weather Service is calling for rain for this weekend. However, we can't determine if we're really going to see that rain, so we'll have another weather forecast for you by Friday to talk about the weekend. The winds are out of the southeast, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now let's look at the satellite photo. Let's go over here. You can see the state is still overcast with everything that went on with the tropical storm that went into New Orleans and not New Orleans, Louisiana, and made its way up the coast of the United States. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of moisture over the state right now, overcast. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get a lot of rain, but rain is definitely coming. Now, here's why I think we're not going to get a lot of the rain, and I've said this repeatedly in my weather forecasts. The winds are out of the east and southeast right now. Those storms are rolling in from the west. As I've always said, when that happens, the winds keep the moisture north of us, more towards the Orlando area, where Sebastian doesn't get much of that rain. So I think that this is going to be a situation later on today and this week. Afternoon thunderstorms are definitely going to happen. It is that time of year. It gets hot and humid, and we have those afternoon thunderstorms all summer long. So we can pretty much count for that. How long would the rain be? How long would these storms be? It depends on the strength of these winds out of the southeast. So if the winds can keep that moisture north in Orlando and north of us, and we've seen that pattern over and over again, we think that's going to be a big impact on how much rainfall we'll get here in Sebastian. So my forecast for the rest of this week, highs are going to be near 90, overnight lows near 73, and rain off and on. Thunderstorms likely in the afternoon, but we really need the rain. I will say that. We've been almost at a drought with no rain, but we're finally getting the rain. And now let's talk about the tropics. Let's go to the other map where we are looking at the tropics right now, and this new system just formed. Actually, it's not really a formation. It is a tropical disturbance. There's nothing to be worried about this system right now. It is moving west to northwest at 15 miles per hour. The National Hurricane Center says that this system only has a 20% chance of formation during the next 5 days. So don't fret. Don't get worried about this. It's nothing to worry about right now. It could just keep on going west, or it could dissipate by the time it gets to the Caribbean. It could just dissipate. And we've seen that on and off during hurricane season. So we just wanted to bring that to your attention. Just something we're watching, but nothing definite. It's lingering out there. It is hurricane season until November. We're going to see these things pop up every so often, but we bring it to your attention just so that you know what's happening in the tropics. It doesn't mean we're getting a storm. It doesn't mean we're getting a hurricane. We like to let you know what's happening in the tropics. So again, don't worry about it right now. Like I said, 20% chance of formation during the next 5 days. That is a sign of that it's going to dissipate. Whether it does or not, we will keep you informed, and we will let you know what happens. That's going on. I mean, to be honest with you, things have been slightly quiet in the tropics. So if something happens, we'll let you know. And here's what's going on around town. The Pelican Island Audubon Society is facing scrutiny after writing a letter to the judge who's handling the sentencing in the Pamela Paris criminal trial. Now, the nonprofit organization sent a letter Friday to Judge Michael Lynn asking for a light sentence and for mercy. Many citizens in Sebastian, when they found out about this, they were very upset. They didn't feel it was right or proper for a nonprofit organization to send a letter using its letterhead and addressed from the board of directors of the Pelican Island Audubon Society. We did talk with one of the council members, Sebastian City Councilman Jim Hill, and he told us, quote, "It's so sad that organizations that start off with the best interest of intentions oftentimes lose their way." He says the Vero Beach political class thinks they need to control all the happenings in the county and have become a bit concerned about Sebastian. He also went on to say now they are trying, along with their friends, to dictate Sebastian's direction. Hill said that Sebastian has been the leader of tackling environmental issues, and it's his intentions to expose the so-called environmentalists. Now, we talked with Councilman Hill about this, and we are planning to interview him this week to talk about the nonprofits in the county and in Sebastian and Vero Beach. We will let you know when that happens. We're probably going to begin filming that in a day or two with Councilman Hill. Also, we want to let you know sentencing for Damian Gillums and Pamela Paris was for today. It's been postponed. Gillums has filed a motion in an attempt to disqualify the judge because he said that his judge's wife worked at the state attorney's office and he should step down. The judge has already denied the motion, but Gillums wants a higher court to review the case, which is apparently happening now. There is another hearing scheduled for, sorry about that, got my papers all, for July 19th. And we will be there for that hearing, and we will let you know what happens with that motion. And some good news. Miss Piggy has found her forever home after being at Halo Non-Kill Rescue Shelter in Sebastian for 470 days. The 4-year-old was brought in as a stray by a handler of Halo on March 2nd, 2020. When she arrived, she tested positive for heartworms, which were treated, and then in November, she was diagnosed with mast cell cancer. Thankfully, that was treatable. On Thursday, a man by the name of Mike Giza-King, I hope I said that right, Mike Giza-King, Mike adopted Miss Piggy. Mike also says she's super sweet and trying to settle into her new environment. Mike also thanks Halo, says their team work hard. He's thankful for everything that they do. If if you are looking for a pet, such as a cat or a dog, I even went to Halo and picked up Nemo. Here's a picture of Nemo. Look at him. He came from Halo, and they have a lot of nice animals there if you're interested in a cat or a dog. You can actually call them at 772-589-7297. I will say that ever since my wife and I adopted Nemo, he's been the best cat ever. And register now for Grill Out Night 2021 in Sebastian. Grill Out Night is presented by the Sebastian River Area Chamber of Commerce and is scheduled for Friday, August 13th from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Businesses have to be registered with the Chamber to participate. The theme this year is Polynesian, and the fruit is coconut. Participating businesses are encouraged to incorporate this fruit or dish into their offerings. The deadline to get registered is August 4th, 3 p.m. For more information, you can contact the Chamber. Their phone number is 772-589-5969, or you can read the entire article on SebastianDaily.com. And a Mico man was arrested after taking lumber from lakes at St. Sebastian. A man was arrested Friday after he allegedly stole materials from a construction site at the lakes at St. Sebastian. It's a new housing development off Mico Road in Mico. While en route, the deputies spotted a vehicle that matched the one at the construction site with materials on its roof, traveling east on Mico Road. The deputy conducted a traffic stop to question the driver on where he got the materials. The driver was identified as William Deerdorf, who told the deputy he thought the materials in lumber was trash. He said the materials were near a dumpster. The victim said that wasn't true. He pressed charges. Deerdorf was arrested and transported to the Brevard County Jail. And that's all the news we have for you today. We will be back either tomorrow or the next day to talk about more news, especially the weather and the tropics. We're keeping an eye on that new system that just developed. It's just a little disturbance. It's nothing big. Don't worry about it. We're in good hands here in Sebastian. Thank you for watching our newscast. We appreciate every one of you. Have a great week. My name is Andy Hodges for Sebastian Daily.